Hello and welcome to the History of Alien. Today's episode, Ellen Ripley, Part 1. And here we go. Ellen Ripley was a warrant officer who served aboard the Nostromo, and one of the most experienced individuals to have survived encounters with the xenomorph. Ellen Ripley was born on January 7, 2092, at the Olympia colony on Luna. She had one daughter, Amanda Ripley-McClaren. Sometime prior to 2122, she was hired as a warrant officer for the Weyland commercial hauler USCSS Nostromo. Ripley and the rest of her crew awoke from their hypersleep chambers, thinking that they were done with their cargo haul duty, but found that they were awoken to investigate a distress signal coming from the moon LV-426. The atmosphere of the moon damaged the ship, and so the crew had to stay on the moon until the repairs were complete. An away team consisting of Captain Dallas, Executive Officer Kane, and Navigator Lambert left the ship to investigate the signal. They found an ancient derelict ship emanating the signal. Ripley stayed on the shuttle to oversee the repairs. Ash served as the observer for the ground team status. The three entered the derelict spaceship, but their radio signal was cut off, and the others had no idea what had happened to them inside. Later, Dallas and Lambert hurried the unconscious Kane back to the Nostromo. Ripley refused to allow them to enter the ship, citing quarantine protocol. Despite this, Ash opened the entrance and let the three of them in, as well as the facehugger, onto the ship. Ripley was later attacked by Lambert for leaving them outside. The crew tried to remove the facehugger, but it was too firmly attached to Kane. Ash advised that they could seriously injure or kill Kane if they cut it off, and so they feared its acid blood could compromise the ship's hull, so Kane was left in the infirmary with the creature still attached. Eventually, the facehugger fell off and crawled away. Ripley, Dallas, and Ash searched for it in the infirmary, and Ripley stumbled upon it, but by now it was dead. Ash kept its corpse for investigation, despite Ripley's doubts. Kane awoke soon after the facehugger detached itself, and he appeared unharmed. The crew had a final dinner before re-entering hypersleep. However, Kane started to convulse violently, and a creature emerged from his chest and scurried off into the depths of the ship. The crew held a funeral for Kane by spacing his wrapped body out the airlock, and then mobilized to hunt down the chest burster. Kane fashioned a cattle prod, and Ash made a motion tracker to find the creature. Believing it still to be small, they decided to capture it with a net and eject it out the airlock. Parker, Brett, and Ripley formed one team. Lambert, Dallas, and Ash formed another. After exploring the ship, Ripley and her team detected a signal on the motion tracker. However, they discovered it to be Jonesy, Ripley's cat. Ripley sent Brett to catch the cat in case they picked up the signal again. Brett followed the cat deep into the ship and found a shed skin. He then found the cat, but now the fully grown alien snuck up behind him and attacked him. Ripley and Parker followed his terrified screams, but only found drops of his blood falling from the ceiling. The remaining crew members grouped together and managed to figure out that the creature was using the air ducts to move around. Parker made a flamethrower from incinerator units, and Dallas volunteered to use it to drive the creature through the air ducts to the airlock, where it would be jettisoned into space. Lambert and Parker would use the ship's equipment to find the alien, so Dallas could deal with it. The plan worked initially, as Dallas closed off parts of the air duct system to force the creature out into space, and Lambert managed to pick up the alien signal on the tracker. However, the signal suddenly disappeared just as quickly, though it reappeared and headed straight for Dallas. He panicked in the cramped space and actually ran straight into the alien. The crew tried to find Dallas's body, but they only found his flamethrower. The remaining crew members discussed a way of dealing with the creature. Lambert was emotionally unstable and suggested that they escape in the Narcissus, the Nostromo's shuttlecraft. But Ripley stated the shuttle could not support 4 people. She consulted the ship's computer, Mother, on how to deal with the creature, only to discover that it would not tell her. She did, however, find out that the company's special order to retrieve the alien and ensure its survival at the expense of the crew. Ash, who Ripley suddenly discovered had been sitting right next to her, responded by trying to attack her. As Ripley tried to find the other crew members, Ash kept shutting doors. He then attacked her, eventually pinning her down and trying to shove a magazine down her throat. However, Parker and Lambert arrived at the critical moment to save her. Despite Ash's natural strength, Parker knocked Ash's head off with a fire extinguisher. revealing him to be an android. Lambert then stabbed Ash with a cattle prod, causing him to short-circuit. Ripley reactivated Ash temporarily to ask him about his special order. He told them that they were doomed, but that they had his sympathy. Ripley then knocked the head over, deactivating him once more. With the number of the crew members being reduced to 3, the Narcissus would be able to support them. Ripley, Parker, and Lambert decided to escape in the Narcissus after activating the Nostromo's self-destruct device. While waiting for Parker and Lambert to collect the necessary supplies, Ripley heard Jonesy over the intercom meowing and left to retrieve the cat. The alien then attacked Parker and Lambert. Ripley rushed to save them, but it kills them and leaves behind their bodies. She activates the self-destruct and rushes to the escape shuttle. Ripley then has a short face-off with the creature in front of the shuttle, and with it blocking her way, she rushes to activate the cooling unit. However, despite the fact that she had turned the cooling back on, Mother finalized the self-destruct. Ripley rushed back to the shuttle and found the alien gone. She enters the shuttle and narrowly escapes as the Nostromo explodes. Ripley, having thought the alien died in the explosion, prepared for hypersleep. However, she was shocked when the creature revealed itself hiding in one of the walls. Ripley panicked and scrambled to the spacesuit closet. Catching her breath and composure, she realized the creature hadn't discovered her yet. Unarmed, she quickly made a plan to get rid of the creature once and for all, quietly slipping on a spacesuit and slowly making her way to the control console. She then started the process to open the hatch and flush the creature out. Unfortunately, the process gave off steam and the creature became agitated. Ripley quickly lost her courage, but by the time the creature was in striking distance of her, she opened the hatch to the vacuum of space. All loose objects and the creature were sucked out. It held onto the entrance until Ripley shot it with a harpoon. However, the hatch closed on it, tethering the creature to the shuttle. The alien then tried to get back in via the engine, but Ripley hit the ignition and the creature was blown into space. After she gave her final report on the status of the ship, cargo, and crew, Ripley signed off and entered hypersleep. Hey, thank you for watching the History of Alien. Special thanks to the Alien Anthology Wiki and all contributors for all information you heard today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you can. If you have, thank you. And have a great day. Bye-bye.